I'm not going to have my camera on.
Go ahead.
Hey, everybody. Hi, May. Thanks, everybody, for jumping on this Monday night. And thank you so much, May, for hosting this amazing run for Diamond Call. We just switched this call from Fridays to Monday nights, same time, same place, where we can talk about different ways that different leaders are succeeding and claim and set goals and claim what we're going to do. We just all came off this massive, amazing month of November. And, as we get into the holidays, people naturally tend to want to slow down during this time, but it's actually probably one of the best times to run even harder. And so that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to claim that I'm going to crown, and I'm ready to run with anybody that wants to run with me. If May doesn't pass me first, and some of her amazing people she has coming up, she really gets behind the people that are trying to run, and pushes them over that edge, and that's what I want to do for the people who want to do on this team. And so I'm going to pass it over to you, May, and get the night started.
Thank you, Nicole. And as always, thank you so much for your leadership. And we had an amazing month in November. I think all of us, if whoever's running felt that it was just exceeded everybody's expectations. So congratulations to everybody who participated in the run. And just to set the stage is, the purpose of the run is almost like you make a declaration, you put the intentions out there into the universe, and you're basically asking. So if you don't ask, you'll never receive. Ask and you shall receive, right? And then so we are running as a team. Every single person counts. So you can feel the energies, you can feel the momentum, and I can see it. This is going to be another great month, and I'll be sharing it as I go, because there's actually a couple of things that's happening. As you know, the holiday is around the corner. Christmas, Boxing Day is going to be, we don't know anything yet, but I have a feeling we might have some kind of special in Boxing Day. So to take full advantage of it is to actually start working now. Start setting a goal, what you want to achieve, how many people you want to help. And people are shopping for Christmas presents, right? What better to give than health, right? We have amazing health and skincare products, right? Maybe hosting a party, or different way of doing that. That's number one. Another thing is we have a trip, an amazing training, all the criteria in the back office, an opportunity to meet Steve Scott, like face to face, to learn directly from him. It's awesome. And I just want to just quickly go through the qualification, because I can reassure you, if you're trying to run for this contest, your team will grow. It just everything kind of fit together. So you just have to kind of just do the simple thing, and your team will grow, right? So here are the criteria. Very simple. If you this contest run from, as I say, all the criteria. If you don't catch it all, it's okay. You can watch this recording, or you can just go to your back office. It runs from all your directly enrolled people from October 1st until December 31st. So if you're new, it's not too late. You still have a full month to fully qualify, right? And I can quickly show you how to use the report function, how to later on, remind me if I forget, to actually generate a report that keep tracks of all your directly enrolled people, both customers or members, so that you know how far away you're from qualifying, that kind of thing, right? So I encourage every single person to run for this contest. And as a highlight, if you have 10 personal sponsored member plus customers, you're qualified to attend this amazing training on Zoom. If you have 15 directly sponsored member or customers, you can qualify for the hotel. So you pay for your own flight, but you qualify for the hotel. And if you have 20, and you have to be a 1-star, okay? Have to be a 1-star, okay? So it's both requirement, 1-star and 15 personally enrolled people. And to fully qualify for both the return flight and the hotel to the training, you need to have 20 directly sponsored people and member or customers, plus you have to be a 2-star during the contest period, okay? So these are the criteria, and please reach out to your upline diamond for more details. And it's actually easier than you think. So take full advantage of this. Is going to be an opportunity. If you're building a team, not only you want to qualify, you want to bring a team of 5 or 10 or 20 people with you, because then your team will explode after that. Okay, take advantage of that. Now, the qualification for North America, these are the criteria. Now, for Asia Pacific, we're still fighting for our Asia Pacific member right now. For people in Hong Kong, Australia, or Taiwan, we don't know whether or not we're going to fly Steve to a country or how people are going to be attending. So just start working hard to qualify. We're trying to hopefully have something confirmed by corporate. So potentially, Steve may be hosting the training in the Philippines. And if you can qualify, the top qualifier can be flown from Asia Pacific countries to the Philippines. Like, this is not yet confirmed yet. So we are fighting very hard for it. So we encourage everybody to run, because when you're doing that, you're also running for rank advancement and everything. Your team will grow, and just by simply sharing our amazing product and our amazing opportunities. Okay, so I'm just going to kick off to today's training, and if you have any questions, please feel free to put it in the chat, and we can go through your questions. And I'm here just to share my experience. I'm still learning. I'm a newbie, and if you have any tips to share with the team here, please feel free to chip in after. And I'm going to just share screen right now. There's a few things I want to share with you as you're kind of setting goals for the holidays. And I want to just share with you a new member in my team. And so I don't want to put down the name here. This person actually joined us on November 12th. So less than a month ago, like less than 4 weeks ago. And she's building very fast. And we met, and she has identified her leaders, and they're building. So they're all running. I'm tracking their volumes. I think she last month is not shown here yet, but she made 2-star on her first month, and there's a chance that she can even hit diamond. I don't know, but anyway, so I think it's important that you know your team, and kind of set a goal for yourself, right? And based on the activities in your team, right? So for some people who are kind of thinking about, like, how do I set goal, or how do you kind of go about running business? So I always say, like, try to keep it as simple as possible, right? So for everybody is, you try to directly enroll as many people as possible. So if you look at this person, she enrolled, like, 4, 5, 8 people. So maybe 10 to 8 people, right? And the first thing you need to understand is everybody from the day they sign up, they will appear in your placement suite, which is under business, and the placement suite. So every single person that you directly enroll, they will appear there if they're members. And so you have 30 days to observe their activities and then decide who to select as your top 3, right? Because if you look at the comp plan, again, please go to the comp plan video when we explain the power of 3. You want to be up until you're running for diamond, you should be building 3 teams. That way you'll be building stronger team in each leg, and kind of leveraging each other's production to achieve everybody's rank, right? So it's important not to, number one, place people too early, right? And I've seen it already. Your people coming in might be like big shot, like very experienced, 7-figure earner, 6-figure earner, saying that, they kind of like know it all, but end up doing nothing. But you might have people like really simple people who are just really using the product, getting amazing result and just sharing their story and growing, really just sharing with their heart, right? And there are also people that are very simple. They want the business, they're teachable, they're coachable, they really want it. They just coming to you, say, what do I do? And putting in the daily action. It shows. So you can see that they are immediately in their first 3 weeks, they're sponsoring. Like this is like within the last 3 weeks, right? I can tell you. So it's actually pretty clear right now that if you actually take as long as you need within the 30 days, you will be able to identify. If you look at this case, it's very clear that this is going to be one of the top 3. This is another one of the top 3, and then this is another one of the top 3, right? So you want to maximize it. It's important to put your strongest people on your top 3. Everybody's organization, their top 3 should be the strongest top 3, not their mother, husband, sister, whatever. Because when you put someone that is just to take the space, you literally have no one running for that team. You're actually doing everything with that team, and that's not very healthy. You want to be running a very healthy organization that you have a leader actually bringing in more people to feed the organization to run it this way. So this is something that has come up again and again. Again, I'm just sharing my experience. Different people are doing it differently. But you could be someone that is a major influencer, that you have signed up 30 people direct. Then maybe, then you might want to have one account that is like your sister or your brother or your husband or wife holding that account, then put some of the excess people into the one leg. That is a possibility, but you want to have at least 2 legs that are actually run by leaders that are actually growing the organization in a very healthy way. And if you're not a major influencer signing up 30, 40 people, I highly recommend you to identify 3 people actually bringing in at least 5 to 10 people in starting your organization. So that's number 1. Okay, so not to place people too early and not to place people too late, because after the 30 days, they will remain on your top level forever. Then they kind of wasted. Like these extra people, they could have been placed under. Okay, that's number 1. Okay, number 2 is that, so, and we just talked about our Utah chip. You want to maximize it. You want to qualify it to have 20, 10, 15, 20 people directly sponsor. And you want to do that because the more people you directly sponsor, then you have more people that you have to balance your 3 legs, right? Because there's also the balancing requirement as you rank up. There's a 50% rule, right? You cannot take, this team can make up like 60% of your point. You can only take maximum 50% for that rank you're trying to run. If you're running for, like, say, 1 star, which is 5,000 points, you cannot take more than 50% of the 5,000 points, which is 2,500 points from any of your 1 leg, right? So it's important that you want to balance different people in different legs. So having more directly sponsored people, then you can actually place them accordingly. And one of the common mistakes I'm noticing from some of my team members, they place people too early. It's like as they either place them too early or they actually let their downline enrolling the people, right? Instead of them directly enrolling something, they give it to their line to enroll. That's also not something. You have to understand in network marketing, keeping it simple, and also you want to be duplicable, right? When you're doing it, something that's not duplicable, then everything is going to be really kind of messed up. And if everybody trying to directly enroll as many people possible, the organization is going to be very, very healthy. Everybody bringing their people and everybody picking their top 3. And if you understand our enrollment genealogy, right? When you directly sponsor people, you get 25% on their enrollment package, right? And if you're there, if your upline will get 3%, right? You get up to 7 levels of that, right? Even though the person you directly enroll, you might place them on your second, third, or fourth level. They're still your level 1. So it's very important that everybody understand the importance of directly enrolling people and then duplicating that down the way. Then if you see, because these people are directly enrolling their first level, these people will be your second level, and you will also get the 3%. So everybody will maximize their comp plan on the enrollment genealogy. So it's very important that you do that. And also then you will have everybody will have a chance to observe who is actually serious and actually putting in the effort, and everybody will place based on their merit. Okay. Now, another thing that I want to remind everybody is that and I just mentioned the top 3 position is probably the best position in anybody's organization, right? Everybody want to be on the top, right? But I think it's important that to have a transparent conversation with each person. A lot of people are very fast to judge, right? They would tell me like so-and-so is going to be really great. This person's going to be a superstar, or, oh, this person is probably not going to share and probably won't do anything. And they seem like to know everything. And I always like to say is that I think it's important to give everybody a fair chance to have a fully transparent conversation. And I think it's fair because there are people coming in just saying that, I just want to enjoy the product. I don't want any stress. I want to maybe just share when I have time. I'm not interested in running a whole business, right? I might not even do the auto ship or anything like that, right? I have no desire to sponsor anybody until I fully experience the product in 2 months, something like that, right? So I think it's important that everybody understand the conversation is if you are one of those kind of customer type members, then they need to understand that they most likely will not be placed on the first level. They might be placed on the second level or the third level, because everybody should be placed accordingly. Anybody placed on the top level should be identified as a leader that really have a desire to build the business. And one of the way I identify leaders, as you can see here, if you can see this one, this person is building already, right? So the first thing is to observe their activity in the first 30 days, right? Number 2 is to see if they're actually attending the Zoom meeting. So I make notes every single Zoom meeting. I see who in my team are actually attending. So I know exactly who is actually learning about the science, really putting in the time to know about the product and listening to the testimonial and sharing. So that's another fact, another indicator. Number 3 is investing into business, right? If you have someone like coming in, like putting in $100 package versus someone that is coming in and ordering a $500 or maybe $1,000 package, that is another indicator, because if you're ordering a $1,000 package, that gives you 25 bottles. I have not seen a single person that's ordering a $1,000 package does not share the business. So that's another indicator that person is investing in their inventory and they're ready to have the product and actually share with their team as they build. That is another indicator. So these are the kind of like the thing, and also knowing their background, if they own a drugstore or a spa, a salon, a doctor or something like that, already have like some kind of business background, or someone has network marketing background, just through the understanding. So it's important for you to really have a transparent conversation so that you're understanding each other, and that person know that how our Power 3 works. We have a great 5-minute video. We have a 1-hour video that explains everything in detail. Again, if the person never asked you about comp plan, then they might have very little interest on that, right? So just so that they know what to expect, right? And for someone, there are occasions that someone that wanting to be placed on the top but do nothing, that you need to be honest. You need to be honest, right? Because I honestly would not put anybody on the top here doing nothing, and just sitting there, because it's just not fair for my organization, because I want to be able to build my power three. And if you understand the power three, it's all interrelated. Like your top three is someone's level two, is someone's level three. So it's important that we are working as a team, and the whole team need to be in alignment, right? Another indicator is, once you kind of identify people that are actually interested in the business, actually start sponsoring people, is the importance of the auto ship. This is an important component, especially the benefits of the quarterly auto ship, right? I personally would not put anybody in the top three unless they understand the importance of quarterly auto ship. Number one, you would not be commission eligible. That's important, right? Every single month, you need to have 100 PV to be commission eligible, right? So if I don't explain this clearly to my new member, and they don't do the auto ship, and then they start missing out their commission, they're going to come to you. So it's important that we have the obligation to explain to every single new member is that as you build, you need to be on auto ship so that you don't miss any commissions. I actually have a few team member that missed their commissions, unfortunately, because they just whatever reasons, right? So that's very important. That's number one, right? Number two is that there's another benefit of the quarterly auto ship, is especially for people who has limited budget, right? They might come in at $100 or $300, right? And they really want to build a business. And by having the quarterly auto ship, they actually get a free bottle and all their product up front, right? By doing 4 times a year, when they do their auto ship, they pay for 3 months. They're active for 3 months. And instead of getting 2 bottles each month, and they don't even have enough for themselves, they actually have all 6 bottles plus 1 free bottle. So having 7 bottles is really great, because then automatically you already have some inventories with you, and you can actually share and then be able to have product on hand to share with people. This is for a small builder or a part-time builder. A quarterly auto ship has a lot of benefit that you need to explain. Another thing I want to explain to people is, if you're interested in building a business, you want to give yourself at least 4 months, right? When you sign up with the welcome package, right, that cover your commission eligible for the first month, right? When you start your first quarterly auto ship starting at the beginning of next month, which is after the first 30 days, then you have another 3 months commission active. So you're actually putting in, 4 months of time to give yourself to actually start building your first power three, and so on, and give it enough time to build your business, right? Another benefit of a quarterly auto ship is that you actually start accumulating points, right? And the points are actually shown on your dashboard. Okay, it says reward point here. So for every $100 of auto ship, you have the reward point. When you have 500 points, you get to redeem another free product, a free bottle. So as you can see, quarterly auto ship, you get a free bottle. You start accumulating reward point. If you just place an order each month, you don't get any reward point. But if you're on auto ship, you get reward point. For every dollar, you get a point. $500 to redeem 1 product. That is amazing, and we need to share this benefit with all the people who are actually building and starting. It could be starting, building a small team, or it could be building a big team, right? And I like to keep it very simple. And this is a chart that everybody should have it on their cell phone, or memorize it, right? Because our business, our comp plan is so simple. It's all based on the power three. Everybody should understand this, and you don't need to be a giant builder. You just need to first use the product and share with your heart with 1, 2, or 3 people. And it has really surprised me that some of my friends that in the past has been just kind of like a customer type, user type, never sold a thing, and was able to do really well because they just love the product and they're sharing their experience, and they're naturally sharing with their best friends, their sisters, their mother. And so finding that 3 people, it's actually very, very easy. right? So, and this is like for someone that's not familiar with network marketing or no desire to build a big team or just really just want to do it casually, this is how I explain to them, right? When you love the product and you find someone who do the same, basically on the auto ship, you yourself to be on the auto ship, $100 a month. You bring in someone who loves the product, want to continue to use it. We have the best breakthrough product. You make 7% of that $100. So that's like $7. That's how you come with $7. Another way was to explain is kind of like getting like a $7 bonus every single month. If you refer two people, you get $14. It's kind of like $14 bonus against a $100 purchase, which is pretty nice. But the magic happens on the third one. The third one is when you have three people. When you have two, you should remind your team member, you just need one more to increase your bonus from 14 per month to 71. The reason why you get 71, because 3 times 7 for 3 people is 21, plus the first level of Power 3 bonus is 50. That's 71. Now, if I'm spending $100 on a product that's already very affordable by everybody and I get $70 a month, that is amazing. And people will continue to use it, continue to share this, and then you just have to duplicate that to achieve the second level. You just basically share how you do it. You help your next 3 and do the next 3, and you get 334. And so one of the things that I come to really appreciate our comp plan is we can truly help a lot of people with our product, but at the same time, every single member that actually just don't have to be rocket scientists, actually just bring in 3 people, they can actually get a very, very rewarding bonus or reward to pay for their product and then to be part of our comp plan. And as simple as that. And if you understand that, is the auto ship actually fit perfectly in it. You get free product, you got bonus point, and then because if you're not continue using it, you would not be commission eligible. To be commission eligible, you need to be spending that money to be commission active, right? So don't be shy in sharing our amazing quarterly auto ship program, and then you know what? And I will place people accordingly, right? So for the people who are actually building the business, they understand that, and they're bringing people already, they will be getting on that auto ship, right? And then as you build that, and you might have a few people who might be taking their time, and we want to honor everybody's timing, understand their needs, and they can just be on the third level, place on the second or third level as you build, and taking their time to understanding it and buy their product at their own pace. Then it can be placed in different positions. So it's important that you explain this so people kind of have, you have that there's a clear understanding between your new member and yourself, and how fast or how slow they want to do the business or not do the business. There's a position for everybody. So it's very important that you understand the comp plan and be able to place your people strategically in position. Let me see if I have anything. I'm just checking my notes here. Let me see here. Yes, so I think that's all I want to say about how to basically get started and sponsor as many people as possible and start building your organization and take advantage of the trip qualifications, the criteria, and hi, my daughter's here, and just start building and encouraging identifying it's very important that you identify your leader and then help them to sponsor 5 or 10 people. And I always remind people, it's not just you. You should not be the only one building. You should not be. You should always identify your leader and work with your leader, and then identify the leader. And then, like I'm looking at like level 11, 12, and then identify those leaders. It doesn't matter where they are. If they're a leader, I want to make sure that I know who they are and they're getting the amount of support that they deserve. That's what I want to share today. Let me see if there's any questions. Nicole, do you have anything to add? And I just want to say, the reason why a lot of our leader did very well this month, this is what I noticed, because they've been consistent. They consistently sharing. It's not even about like selling or signing up people. It's like consistently building your relationship, right? Making it comfortable for people to take the time to think about it. And when they're ready, they will come to you, right? Like, I mean, I'm a great example. I know about this company since February. And it took Nicole like three months consistently following up and persistently and just keep telling me to look into it, that I finally came. So you just have to kind of understand and honor the timing. Everybody have their timing. And when you do that, you're starting to set your goal now early in the month. When Boxing Day comes, if there's a sale, all you have to just follow up and say, hey, there's a sale. Do you want to come in? And that's exactly what happened last time when we have promotion, and a lot of people was able to take advantage of the promotion. There's one more thing I want to explain, is a question that came up from one of my downline, was that um, if they were able to get some discount on their product, whether or not they should sell it at discount. And this is my personal take, is no, never, never, ever sell your product at discount, right? Because you want to, our product is already undervalued. I always explain the retail price is 65, and I actually was able to get it at wholesale price of 50. I have a set here. If you want to try it here, just e-transfer me the money. They try it, you charge it the full price plus tax and shipping. And when they like it, they ask for more, then you sign them up. Then you can sign up your own account. You can get your quality auto ship, get the free product, etc., etc. Then they can actually become a member. And so it's important that you don't. Most people, when they don't know our product, they just don't know the value of our product. Our product is way undervalued. So do not sell it below, like, below our standard wholesale price, at least for shipping. Otherwise, like, why would they, like, it's going to be very hard for them to sign up and pay the regular wholesale price. Okay, is there any questions?
I
Yes.
see I see Betsy had a question. How do you decide whether to sign them up as a customer or a member?
This is going to be very personal. I can explain to you my personal take on it. Okay, I sign up everyone as member. And I do have some people that I share on Facebook, and they got my link, and they go ahead and sign up as a retail customer or preferred customers. People I don't know, and I have no control, and they just kind of, so I have a few of those people that actually are very, very they are like very convinced, they decided they are a customer. Then those are like a real customer, right? They don't even talk to me. They sign up. They don't even tell me that they signed up. Those are real customer. But people actually reach out to me, ask me questions, and blah blah blah. I always present the two scenario. The benefit of being a member versus a customer. So first of all, the price. A retail customer, you pay more, and then a wholesale, a member and preferred customer is the same price. And if you look at preferred customer and a member, preferred customer you have to get on the auto ship. Member you don't have to get on the auto ship. Member is free to sign up. Member has the opportunity to down the road sponsor, earn some bonus. So it's like, for me, it's a no-brainer to sign up as a member. And I see how some other people sign up as a customer thing, but I actually did the math. If you look at the power of three, let me just share the screen here. when you start building the Power 3, you want to have as many members as possible. Even at the first level of Power 3, right? Let me just break it down to me. If you were to sign, say these three people as customer, right? You earn 25 each. That's $75, right? But if they were to be placed in your organization, even at this first level, you'll be getting $71 already. And they are also part of your Power 3 in building your bigger Power 3. So by having more members, even they're not builder, they're part of the Power 3, you're gaining more at the end because they're also participating in the Power 3, right? So as you're building, people are actually making bonuses. There's a better chance of them, they actually stay on the auto ship than a customer. If it's a customer, a preferred customer, they can actually decide to do one auto ship 1 month, and they can change the auto ship to 2 months later. There's really no incentive for them to actually stay on the auto ship every single month. But if they're in the Power 3, they have maybe 1 or 2 people under them, they're earning maybe $7, whatever, and they're using it and they're naturally sharing with 2 or 3 people, there's a better chance of them they're actually staying in the Power 3. That's number 1, okay? And you look at the second level, if these 12 people were customer at $25 each, that's $300. Okay, if they were signing up as customer, right? But if they are just placing in a Power of 3 like that, that's 334 already. And when you're trying to hit your third level of Power 3, you want to have as many of these kind of customer type members as possible, because you would need to probably, like, you might be, there's like a 27 spots here, right? You might be short of 3 or 4 to complete that. And that's to jump your Power 3 from 334 to 1773. So you want to have as many of those members coming in, and you can actually plug them wherever you want at the third level. I hope that makes sense. Because, and also, if I have someone as a member, I actually get paid 7%, 7 level. If I have them as a customers, if everybody duplicate that way, I only get 3%. Only the first person get 25%. All the set level 2 and above, they get 3%. That's on the first part of the comp plan, right? The 25 and then 333 for all the 6th level and above. So if you duplicate that way, if you sign a lot of these customers, your upline actually making 3% instead of the 7% for everybody, okay, plus part of the Power 3. So the way I looked at it is, I just, for me, is a no-brainer to sign up as everybody as a member. But everybody have their own take. This is just my personal opinion. Nicole, what do you think?
Oh, yeah. I mean, of course, if they're going to be ordering every month 2 products. Now, I say that because I have some customers that they only order 1 product, and if you have them as a member and they're only ordering 1 product a month, you actually do not get paid on them until they have the 100 PV. So you actually make more money if they stay a customer with 1 product. So, I think it just takes time. If somebody wants to start a customer, and I always ask, do you have a desire to share this, and they might say, oh, maybe later, or, maybe down the road, let's see how I like it. I always tell them, join as a member if they plan on, like, I'm like, because if you like it, you're going to want a website. I don't know how many times I've had a customer call me and say, Nicole, my sister wants to buy some. How can I set up my link? And it's, after hours, and I can't convert their account. So if they have any desire, but then I have hardcore customers. They just absolutely don't ever want to share to earn. They just want to be a customer. So if they're even leaning a little bit, I push them towards, I'm like you, May, I push them towards the member, because they don't have to be on auto ship. And somebody else asked, do I place them if they're not on auto ship? And I personally, I mean, you can place them. I just wouldn't build under them, if that makes sense. I would give them to somebody, so it helps their Power of 3. But I would not, if my teammate is not on auto ship, I will not build under them. So that's kind of what is your stance on that, May?
Yeah, totally, totally. So basically, they are in the bottom layer, and the way how it works is as you build is you find the builders and they're working hard. They are building two, they just need that one person. I will place that to help them. Or if they're building the second level, they need 9 on the second level and they have 8, they need that one person to complete that. Or someone that's building to be a senior member or 1 star or whatever, and they did that extra 100 or 200 to. So how we are placing people is you're basically building according to the builder. Nobody should be just sitting there doing nothing and expect people to place 3 people under them. So there are
Yeah, and
many
somebody says, what
factors.
happens if one of your 3 personals isn't active, but they have 2 people under them that are? I mean, that's when I go to that person and say, hey, you're going to miss commission
Mm,
on this. If they don't care, they don't care.
exactly.
The commission will roll up.
And then
So
you
that's,
also remind them, you just find one more person, you jump from 14% to 71.
yes. Yeah, you tell them you're one away from getting your products for free. I mean,
Yeah.
and I've had people like that where, they're not active, but they start getting orders under them. And then they're like, oh, I don't want to miss out on pay. And then they'll become active. And it's just, sometimes it's timing like that. But if they're not active, I'm not going to build, I'm not going to place people under them. And if those 2 people under them are ordering, you're still getting paid and that's still your volume. They're just that person above them is ruining a power of 3 for somebody wherever they're placed. So we want
I,
to get them active, of course.
and yeah, so it's very important to place people actually building. So that's why it's important that you observe a person if they're doing something and place strategically people actually building on the top and then second layer. And sometimes as you're building the last level or even the second level, you can place more than one person. For example, let's just say if one of this person become inactive for whatever reason, you can actually place a person here and start building that person's to replace the one that's not active, right? So you can do it like that. So you might have more than 3 people under certain people if there's someone that for whatever reason decide to join another company and you know try another skincare product, whatever, just decided not to do it, then you will end up with more than.
Yeah, and last month I went through my inactive people and just asked them, I'm like, could you convert your account to a customer account and or cancel the account because then I can move your people up,
Mm.
and that kind of gets them in. Well, wait, what? Like, they don't want to do that, right? And they're like, oh, I'll go order. And sometimes they just forgot or they have too much product or there's a lot of reasons they're financially they couldn't do it that month or just whatever it is. Some people don't want to cancel, they're kind of just like spacing it, right? So we never want to like assume, but when I go to somebody and ask them to cancel their account or convert it, so the power, because if if that person converts to a customer, we can actually move their people under them up to us. We can call corporate and say, hey, this person's canceled, can we please move the people up? And they were really like helpful with that with me last month. And so that's just another option. Also, you can go in and edit information. So you can tell that person, hey, I've built this team under you. Do you mind if I have your position and hold that as leverage, to somebody new coming in? Like have them delete all their information, change the password, delete their banking, and you just save that spot and you use that to a new person. Hey, Joe, I've got 15 people in this tree. Do you want to come, take the spot? So there's a lot of things we can do. I don't really ever leave any like unactive people just sitting there. I mean, sometimes if they won't, work with you, you have to, but yeah, there's usually something we can do with it.
As a question on dynamic compression, I think happens in uni level. Yeah, the dynamic compression happen in uni level, not the power of 3.
Correct. Yeah,
Yeah.
you have to replace your power of 3, and this is just kind of like on this call only, but I was talking to Ryan in Mexico, and he was saying they're going to be changing the power of three. Most likely, it's not 100% yet, but when they introduce some comp plan enhancements, it's supposed to make it easier. The way he said it was, it'll be three people. Every three people, doesn't matter where they are placed. And so that's kind of how I took it. Don't quote me on that because I don't know when or if like that's exactly what's going to happen. But he did say like they're going to be doing something about the power of three. So we'll see. Stay tuned because every time they announce comp plan enhancements, it's just more money for people. So we'll see what happens with that. But for now, yeah, if your power of three is inactive, we want them to cancel, ask them to cancel their account or convert it to a customer so we can move the people up. B, ask them if we can have the position, like they just clear out all their information and we put in some like, a new person or a dummy information. Or three, we need to build another power of three. We need to start over, grab another third person. So yeah, we have to get creative the way it is right now, which is I think why he's looking at changing that.
Do you know when the weight? We don't know when the weight loss is coming. We all
Uh,
want it, but we don't know
yeah,
when.
it sounds like maybe late next year for Lucky. I do know that they said there's going to be other products that will be released before that. So I can't imagine it being next year, hopefully, but I think it's only in like its fifth rendition. They're still working on it.
Should
But
we
I think,
stop the recording right now and or
oh
just
shoot, yeah.
continue?
Yeah, you're gonna have
Yeah.
to cut out that last part about the
I
comp.
don't know how to cut it out. I'm not good at trimming. You can ask LaDonna to do that. But let me
Uh,
just stop the recording because